Welcome, everyone. We just got a bunch of likes just a second ago. Nice. We're back. Look, BB's even clapping for us. We're here with Sam. Sam says, "What's up?"
Hello.
This is probably gonna be the last Death Stranding episode, because we are gonna be claiming ranked rewards. What did I get? Huh? What? Okay. I don't... How do I... Oh. Oh, I gotta view my ranking results? Okay. How do I get rid of it? I don't like that it's there. Oh, man. Yeah, this will probably be the last Death Stranding. Oh, look, more Higgs. That's what I was waiting for. Okay. Yeah, this will probably be the last Death Stranding video. I'm gonna get ready for more. Alright, I gotta get ready for Death Stranding 2, so I probably won't be able to do any more of this. But we will try to see if we can get through all the interviews and see if we can get as many 5 stars as possible. Dear Sam, my dear Mr. Sam Bridges, such is my appetite for pizza that I am willing to overlook the fact that you dropped my precious cargo into the tar. Indeed, if you would be so kind as to bring me a salami top pie from Mountain Knot City, I may give you a reward for your trouble. That we can do. Thank you, Sam Porter Bridges. Sam, you're the guy that everyone's talking about. Bridget, Strand, and Amelie too, of course, and how they're pouring their heart and soul into rebuilding America. Looks like we'll have a shiny new nation to call our own before long. No one knows what their future will look like, but everyone I talk to is pretty sure that Die Hardman's going to be a good leader. For the first time in years, I actually feel pretty positive. A lot of that's thanks to you, of course. I really appreciate everything you've done. Guys like you give Porters a good name. Okay. Before we read some data, just make sure there's nothing in here we need. That's, yeah, no, nothing. Wait, what's that? Oh, I claim it in here? Holy ceramics. What do I do with all this? What if I just confirm it without doing this? Jesus Christ, that's a lot of ceramics, man. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we have to rest in order to complete Higgs' shelter, but it looks like because I restarted the game, we don't have to. Okay. We have a lot of interviews. Who's Lucy? Am I supposed to know who that is? We're almost there. Look at that. Lucy. Report number 4. Report date, time unknown. I decided a different approach was required, and so I requested a meeting with the president. Discretion was vital, as any information which might suggest she is receiving mental health treatment could be exploited by her opponents. The meeting was listed as an interview in official records, though I was more than willing to offer my services had they been requested. I opened by asking about Sam's childhood, to which the president responded that an immediate and heartfelt apology. Oh, responded with an immediate. Her frankness shocked me, I must confess. She expressed deep regret for her failure to engage with him physically and emotionally, as she felt a mother should. At times, it felt as though she was apologizing to her son by proxy. Her candor was as impressive as it was appreciated. The president told me that her daughter Amelie had mostly taken care of Sam in her absence. She glossed over the details, but she divulged that Amelie also has dooms and claimed that she would often take Sam with her to play on the beach. Interestingly, President Strand suggested that their time spent together there may be related to this current condition. to his current condition. So I'm guessing this lady is a therapist. I decided to share with Sam my working theory regarding his condition. I was prepared. Oh, is Lucy Sam's wife? Oh, yeah, because of Lou. Yeah. Lucy Sam's wife. Okay. I decided to share with Sam my working theory regarding his condition. I was prepared for some resistance, but the intensity of his anger was surprising. He glared at me as he reframed my assessment as wild speculation that he had been brainwashed by a cult. It was the first time I'd managed to coax from him such a powerful emotional response. When I found it a little frightening, I did my best to remain professional, welcoming the breakthrough, the reduction in the distance between us. That was how I presented myself, but in retrospect, a part of me was delighted by his aggressive response. Sam stated that he is a repatriate. I challenged him and said that repatriation has nothing more than a fiction used to explain the phenomenon of near-death experiences, one that makes use of the equally fictional beach. Emboldened, I pressed him further until I finally told him to snap out of it, to renounce his fantasies about the other side. For an instant, I thought he might explode in anger again, but instead, he grew quiet, and after a long moment, rose to his feet and left the room without saying another word. I fear I may have pushed him too far. Report number 8. A few days after the incident in my office, I tendered my resignation. Classic case of counter-transference. The therapist getting emotionally involved with their client, and there was no way my professional pride would permit me to continue working. I felt guilty, of course. There's a permanent shortage of therapists, and many of my clients will struggle to find help elsewhere, but after what happened with Sam, I didn't see any other option. To be honest, I've already come to terms with it, but what I'm doing for Sam more than makes up for it. I'd never normally use this word, but I really do believe his phasmophobia has been cured. He's shown so much progress that, absent an extremely traumatic experience, I doubt his symptoms will ever return. To my surprise, the president didn't have any problems with our relationship. If anything, she was pleased. I suppose this means I'll soon be joining the Strand family, together with his new life growing inside of me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, she's right there. You can see. Oh, right. Okay. So, I believe, this is my assumption, that the more hard drives we find for Die Hardman, they will unlock more reports. So that's why we gotta find the rest of the memory chips. How are we gonna find the memory chips? I have no idea. I'm gonna have to do a search to see if I can find any of them, because I don't know where any of them are, where they would be. So my goal is to hopefully at some point find them. Oh, obviously it won't be today, because I didn't look any of them up. I didn't think about it. I think we can make that. I don't know. I'm gonna try. There we go. That's a pretty nice jump, I do say so myself. We didn't die. Oh, let's stay on the road. We didn't die. We'll take this to Mount Knot. We'll switch out for a long range, and then we'll deliver some pizza to Peter. We can at least get him to 5 stars. If we can't get the porter and the prepper to 5 stars, you know? We can at least get him. Every time we get to a distro center, we gotta read at least 3 interviews. That's the goal. That's our goal right now. Is it tedious? Yes.
Someone's happy.
But it's what we gotta do. Oh, really? You won't let me get off at all? Okay, there you go. All I was trying to do is jump off so we can get closer to the road. A little shortcut. I don't know what we hit. Sometimes shortcuts are better than just going through the road, especially it's just snow. There was a memory chip over here, but I thought we got it, right? Is there more than one? I don't think so. I don't see anything. I don't see anything. Okay. I don't know. Do we have any packages right now? These are all auto deliveries. No, we don't have any orders right now. What a pain. What a pain.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Decontaminating. Hardware condition. Replacement.
They're not that bad.
Battery low. Please charge vehicle.
Battery is low in the vehicle. There's nothing in there, right? I don't care. I'm not really gonna be doing much fighting. Store.
Storing vehicle.
We'll fabricate one. Let's see if we got any orders first. Well, I know we have this order for sure. 60 minutes, keep flat. Do I have to walk it? Okay, I don't have to walk it. I just gotta keep it flat. I can keep it flat. That's fine. Flat's easy. Walking, pain in my butt. What's there? Someone took our stuff. See, like nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like, that's crazy. Like, you're gonna make me go to Harmon or something to go to him? Absolutely insane. What I think. I think it's insane. Give me a long range. Type A? Nah, long range. I think the Type A's technically last longer, but I don't know if it's longer than the long range. Maybe. Could be. Parting pizza.
Delivery parameters updated. Time limit set.
Time limit set. The question is, what's the best way? Yeah, this way. This way for sure. I was like, that way does not look like the best way. This way, you just go this way and then you go across. Okay. Okay. More Lucy interviews, even though we're missing half of them. It's fine. We'll have to just, I don't know. I don't know. I can't do anything. We don't have them. Report 9. Our baby is doing well. We've been told we're having a girl. Sam's already picked out a name for her. Louise. Lou, he likes to call her. He talks to her a lot, touching my stomach, telling her to grow big and strong. Bridget was delighted when she found out and suggested that we take a family photo. Amelie was out of town, so it was just the three of us, because Amelie doesn't exist. Blushing, smiling, and that same blush, the same smile when we received the printout, along with apologies for being old-fashioned. There was a funny little message on it. Be stranded with love, handwritten and signed. It's unique now. You can't digitize or copy it. I'll always remember those words in that moment forever. Little U's 28 weeks old now. Okay, so their kid was actually born. That's even worse. I didn't realize that. I thought she was, well, I guess I don't know what's worse. She's pregnant or she actually had the kid and then they perished, whatever. Yeah, so it's 28 weeks old. So Lou was actually born. The doctor just checked us both out and said we're doing fine, but I'm not so sure. Lately, I've been having the same terrible dream every night. I open my eyes and I'm alone on the beach. I'm lonely and afraid, so I start wandering around looking for anyone. I spot Sam and Amelie standing on the water's edge, their backs to me. Relieved, I call out to them. Her hair shimmers in the gray light, but when she turns, it's her mother's face. Twisted with sadness and pain, she speaks and says, I'll be waiting for you on the beach. And I scream so loud, and then I wake up. Something's gone wrong. I didn't understand at the time. I was a therapist, a good one, but even I couldn't make sense of the nightmares of what was happening to me. Bridget came to visit the other day. They're not nightmares, she said. I hadn't told her yet. I felt Lou stirring inside me as she continued. Wait, what? No, the baby wasn't born. 28. Oh, what? Lou's 28 weeks old, but Lou was not? Lou was still in her stomach? I'm so confused. I think they meant like 28 weeks. She's 28 weeks along, or I don't know. Whatever. I don't understand. Okay, anyways. Lou's... Wait, what? She said she was sorry that she hadn't... Wait, what? No, I felt Lou stirring inside me as she continued. She said she was sorry that she hadn't known it would happen. Lou's special. She said that a lot. Lou had Sam's blood, and through her, I was bound to the beach. Don't be afraid, she said. That's a lot, too. I'd cured Sam, made him whole, given him a life to live for, to protect, made him a part of this world. She had a lot to say about that, about how the world was a jumbled mess, life and death all mixed up, but that Sam, my Sam, might be the one to make it whole again, like I'd made him whole. Without him, our fate was sealed, but with him, there was still hope for a future. And then she told me I was right. The beach exists within reach of our minds, but that didn't mean it was just a figment of my imagination. It had value, purpose, and in time I would understand. She took my hand like I'd taken this on that day a lifetime ago. She smiled and squeezed. I was there on the beach. Everything I had seen in my nightmares, I saw in that instant. Somewhere inside me, Lou was laughing, and then it all fell into place. Sam's birth, his family, the Death Stranding. For the first time, I saw how all the pieces fit into a terrible truth I didn't want to believe, but couldn't deny. I saw my part in it too, in little Lou's. Those funny little words in the picture, be stranded with love, and I was. You'll have questions, and I wish I had the answers, but I don't. I only hope this will help you understand. Lou's kicking woke me up. I was alone, still half asleep, so everything around me looked askew. That all too familiar feeling of the waking and dreaming being tangled up. But you and Bridget and Amelie lead even more muddled lives, don't you? A reality between life and death, between this world and the next. Because of all this chaos and confusion beyond imagination, stranded on our shore. There are pills on the table next to me that I just took, all at once. I've tried to make sense of it, but this was never my world. I was born into an older one without a beach, where the dead stayed buried and life moved on. Damn it, I'm shaking so hard. I don't think the drugs are working. I've got some syringes loaded with sedatives. Enough, I think. I'm going to use them one after another until I run out. I love you, Sam. I'll always love you. Holy crap. That is... I did not... Okay, I don't recall that they said that she killed herself, but Jesus Christ, Sam. I'm so sorry, man. That is insane. Because of the whole connection and all that, she just couldn't take it, and she just ended her life. I don't even know what to say to that. That's insane. I don't know. I gotta process that. And we don't even have all the interviews. We also like, it's like skipped around, so we don't even know what really happened either. We know what happened at the end. We know how it ended. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't have words. We're just gonna drive this to the Higgs, and that'll be it. Oh, well, I guess technically we can't fall off, can we? No, okay. So it doesn't matter. Well, we're gonna find out. What if I do that? Like that? Yeah, that looked like I was gonna fall off. So we can fall off if we're on 2 wheels? I don't know. So confused. I really don't know. I have no idea where the rest of the memory chips could be.
Still got it.
Yeah, we do. Now we just have to make it down this giant cliff. How? What's the best way? I guess just, probably just to go. We'll just take it all the way down. That'll be the fastest way. Even though it's not the fastest way down. Like, we should have kicked off there, and then we could have jumped down. I think we're gonna probably jump off right there. And run it down. Are we? Okay, maybe I shouldn't have done this. There we go, we're good. Jittery as all heck. There we go. Just skipped a little bit of stuff. See, like, if I'm on 2 wheels and I go to the edge, am I gonna fall off? I guess I could try it from that side. Like, that one I know we won't fall off, but, like, 2 wheels thing, willing? Might.
What can't you do?
Also, I'm pretty sure, like, to fix these structures... Sorry, just itching my ear. To fix the structures, we only need chiral crystals, and we have a ton. Well, maybe not a ton. Not as much as we used to, but we have a ton, I'm pretty sure, so... If we need to fix any of them, we can. I think. That's what it seemed like. All we had to do to fix the auto paver was put in some chiral crystals. So I assume it would be the same for structures. Mules. What are you gonna do to me, huh? Jeez, I want that many likes.
Still got it.
There's a bike on the road.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying weapons restrictions lifted.
Alright. Where do you think the time's at? What are we at? We're at 5 minutes. I love how we ran it in 15, but we're driving it. It's gonna take us 10. That's... I know it's... I feel like it's the... I don't know which one's farther. The Timefall farm or the Mountain Knot? I don't know. Yeah, I don't... to find the rest of the deliveries, we might just have to... I don't know, just hit every single person to see if there's anybody that has a package for the porter or the prepper. And then we may just have to just hit literally every single shelter to see. And if they don't, then we just... if they do, then we pick it up. If they don't, then we just move on and go to the next one. I think that's going to be the only shot we have at even finding deliveries for them. And yeah, I'm probably going to have to go to the back of the mountain, which I did not want to do. It's really not looking forward to doing that. I was hoping we were done with the Evo Devo and the geologist and the paleontologist, but they probably have stuff for the, you know, something with like, well, I don't think the doctor had anything. Mountaineer didn't have anything. Neither did, well, the Mountaineer did, but he only had one. It was only for the first prepper. I got your dang pizza here, Peter.
Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo verified.
You go, buddy. Take it. And let's wrap this up with his bow.
Displaying performance evaluation.
Shotgun Higgs Custom. Right? Shotgun Higgs Custom. Are you kidding me? I have to do another one.
Thank you for your continued support.
There's one more? From where?
Good work.
From where? Lame. Alright. We're at 27. We're at 27 interviews and we're at 26 minutes. Die Hardman background. Recorded date and time unknown. Special Forces enlistment record. John Blake McLean. Name, nationality American. McLean scored above average in physical and mental aptitude tests. His talents were recognized by Captain Clifford Unger, who elected to give McLean special training. Under Captain Unger's command, McLean took part in several missions during which he earned a reputation for survival against all odds, as evidenced by his nickname, Die Hardman. The following information concerning John Blake McLean's death was recovered following the activation of the chiral network, and it is presented without comment or interpretation. All personal data and official documentation concerning the subject indicated that he is deceased. However, even after reconstruction and collation of the data from additional sources, we are unable to confirm cremation of the subject's corpse. Unfortunately, recovery of incinerator records from the time in question has so far proved difficult. An account of the incident's proximity to the Death Stranding, while the possibility that the corpse underwent necrosis and subsequently transformed into a BT can't be ruled out entirely. The probability is exceedingly low. In other words, there is no evidence that the subject has in fact died. Significant portions of the subject's personal data appear to have been discreetly modified and expunged, but forensics study has led us to the discovery of a living individual who bears a striking resemblance to the deceased. Subsequent analysis of genetic samples do indeed confirm a DNA match for this Die Hardman. Holy Moses, okay. An asexual world counselor 3 years ago. Records suggest that the widespread aversion towards physical contact and the intimacy was a phenomenon that had been observed even before the Death Stranding. One contemporary report, for example, details the increasingly popularity of sexless lifestyle among young people. A growing percentage of the younger cohort were self-identifying as asexual, claiming to be incapable of feeling desire or attraction. Accordingly, such individuals were less likely to have children or engage in sexual activity. It should be noted, however, that many other unique sexual identities were being recognized during this time period, such as demisexuals who are incapable of sexual attraction without an emotional connection, and panoromantics who profess an attraction unrestricted by sex or gender, albeit one not necessarily sexual in nature. One theory posits that the Stranding accelerated the proliferation of these sexualities in a terrifying new world in which BTs roam and annihilation is an everyday occurrence. People have grown reticent to form emotional connections with others. Although there has been no measurable decrease in human fertility, the birth rate has nevertheless dropped dramatically. Incidents of sexual harassment and assault have also seen a sharp decrease, which seems to suggest that sex could not be further from our minds. For better or worse, I must permit myself by admitting that I do not have any empirical data with which to support the following claim. That said, it is my contention that based on the aforementioned observations and others, the vast majority of the population could be categorized as asexual. Flagged from archival review, article advances a controversial thesis widely regarded as substantiated and discriminatory. Prevailing theory is that increased self-identification of aforementioned sexualities is due to increased societal awareness and acceptance. Historical records indicate individuals asserting identities failing outside cisgender heteronormativity face significant discrimination and persecution, leading to suppression and concealment as survival strategies. It is generally accepted that a variety of factors contributed to reduce sexual activities and birth rate pre- and post-stranding. Studies are ongoing. That was a lot of words. A lot of big words in there. Okay. Well, we're here. We know we have to rest. Let's see if we can get another one. We rest for him. Don't want him. That's not what I wanted. Private room time. Your work is greatly appreciated. Just looking for Higgs to send us another email. Nope. Okay. Oh, we haven't been back for a minute actually, because I've been wanting to do the backpack cover. Wait, how do we do the backpack cover? Oh, is it literally not on this? An improved version of level 3. Oh, okay, yeah. Smaller? Oh, look at that. Switch to the porter. Oh, here's backpack cover. Duh. An improved version of backpack cover 1, boasting increased durability. This disposable cover protects cargo carried. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't even know that was a thing. The one we want the most. Oh, right there. And then one more. The buddy bot. Oh, do we have our 10? Is that what that is? Yeah, that's what that is. That's our color. Wait. Oh, there's nothing. There's not enough material here. How much do I need? can give you cryo crystals. That's easy. Wait, I can't give you cryo crystals? Does that give me enough? Yeah, it doesn't give me any chiral crystals. Huh. Okay. What if I recycle everything? Does that give me enough? I don't think that gives me enough either, right? No. Lame. There it is. One last pizza from Mr. Higgs. And I deleted everything out of our backpack. There's our hat. That's the color, right? We're just gonna, now that we got it, we're just gonna do that color for everything. That's Sam's color. I don't even know if that's the right color. Is that the right color? Yeah, sandy tan. The color we've done for all our vehicles. We're just gonna do it. Okay. We'll go up top. We'll head out. And you know what that means. More interviews. All right, what do you got for me now, Higgs? One last pizza. Oh, from the first prepper shelter. Dear Sam, I must express my boundless gratitude once more and commend you on your stellar delivery skills. Truly, you are the best of the best. But if you will permit me, I must make one final request. A request for another delicious pizza. Of course, this delivery denouement may prove a tad tricky, even for an experienced professional, though. The delectable delight in question awaits you at the first prepper shelter. High atop a snowy capped peak, it must be transported intact thence to my front door. It certainly shan't be easy, but I have the utmost faith in the man who delivers pizza. Well, I will detain you no longer. As a fellow porter, I know full well what time is the most precious and fleeting of resources. I shall be looking forward to receiving your delivery, good sir. Okay, well, I know we have to go up there, so we'll see if we can hit some places that may or may not have anything for the first prepper. I would love to finish that guy's out. And to be honest, I may start going up to get rid of some of these. Dooms and the Zodiac, 5 years ago, an astrologer. Office in Central Knot City. Astrologers like me are used to having our work dismissed incorrectly, of course, as unscientific mumbo jumbo. But since the Death Stranding, more and more people have started to take an interest in what's known as astropsychology, a discipline that combines astrology and various forms of psychology. The fact that each person has a beach to which they are spiritually connected has doubtless contributed to this trend. These days, there are even psychotherapists who use astrological techniques in their counseling sessions. Perhaps the most interesting recent development of all, however, is the discovery that the alignment of celestial bodies at the moment of one's birth can influence one's relationship with the condition known as dooms. Of course, chiralium in the Earth's atmosphere means that it's difficult, dare I say impossible, to actually observe the constellations at any point. To come to the conclusion that they therefore have no effect upon human lives, however, would be foolish error indeed. Fragile's umbrella and suit. Fragile Express staffer 2 years ago for South Knot City. You think that thing Fragile carries is an umbrella? I can see why you jumped to that conclusion, what with the shape and all, but you're wrong. If it's any consolation, I thought it was an umbrella too at first. It's actually some kind of navigational device that Fragile came up with herself. I won't pretend to understand the theory behind it, but I'm told it factors chiral density across beaches and plots coordinates for her jumps. Fragile's got some kind of dooms that lets her move from beach to beach. The way she tells it, she kind of clears her mind and lets her powers do the rest. Maybe it's something similar with the spikes on her suit. When Fragile senses chiralium concentrations, they pop out. I'm not sure if she'd be able to tell otherwise. It's like an unconscious reaction. The spikes only react when chiral density decreases. But who knows? Names and theories are just ways of coping with things we don't really understand. Same with visual indications of the intangible, maybe. All I can say is that Fragile's umbrella and spikes seem to help her hone her power. So we're going to wait on the void outs because there's a couple of them. I don't know if I'll be able to read them all at once, or we'll see. But if there's only 3, then we will. All right. First stop, Lake Knot. We'll see if there's anything there. Then we'll hit up the engineer. We'll hit up the elder. And then, you know, so on and so forth. I'm going to try to clear this guy. The first prepper, if I can. We still got the wind farmer. Let's see. Can we look at regions? Can I look at regions? No? How do I look at the regions? Wait, I thought I could look at regions. Can I not look at other regions? Maybe we can't do it from here. Ridge links? No. Not even the heart. See, how do you get legends? Huh. Jeez, that's a lot. How much have they played? Does it say? No. No. Okay. Now. I think it's like up there somewhere. Or no? When display delivery terminal, the icon on the bottom right. Terminal means there's cargo. Okay. You think it's over there? Like one of the memory chips is over there? Like we would never go over here, so like I don't. It's like it's kind of like the most logical place for it, but I also don't know why they would put it all the way over here. Could. Yeah, I don't think so. Well, we tried. Now the question is, can I get inside? Nope. The giant red fence. Right? Yep. They said no. We have to go through the front because that's where they read the badge. A Bridges badge.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges.
Inhabitants. See, this one says the inhabitants. There's 63,000 people here. Why does sometimes it say the inhabitants and I feel like sometimes it doesn't? I don't know. Not that poor, man. Okay. Waste of time. So basically, if they've never had one for him, there's not one for him, basically. So if I look here, he doesn't say that he's ever had one. So he'll never have one for him. This guy will never have one for him, okay? This guy, same thing, never. You, never. You, maybe. There's a possibility. On standby. What does that mean? What does that mean? Did we already take it? This guy, no. You on standby. What does that mean? Oh, wait. Are you saying that's what I have now? No, that doesn't make any sense. No, yeah. What? No, that is what that's saying. Oh, that's not saying orders with facility here. What? Yeah, it's saying that there's 2 there. So they're saying that he has 2 for him. She has 1. You have 1. You don't have any. You don't have any. You have 2. I don't know if I understand what this is really telling me, though, to be honest. Okay, so basically what you're telling me, she has none, so there's no point in going over there. You have 1 on standby, whatever that means, but it's on standby. What does that mean? Does that mean it's there? Does that mean we can't do anything until we take this stupid pizza from him? It's not that bad. I don't know. I'm gonna have to like actually do some looking up on like which places have deliveries for each person and like how do we even get those deliveries to show up, you know? Because like we've been to places where they're like, yeah, I have something for them, but then it's like, do you? Because we go there and then there's nothing. Like, what do you have? You don't have anything. This guy had one. Like, this guy did have one for him. But why does it all say on standby? Huh. I don't know if I understand the on standby thing. Whatever. Oh, I don't have any packages, so scam me. Yeah, you're right. I don't care. I'm over here. Hello. We need a generator before we jump off to go up the mountain. We can't even see the mountain. Covered by clouds. Bike in the way. Come on, man. I'm trying to ride here. Wait, what's that? Oh, film director. I thought it said first prepper. Yeah, this is usually a BT area, right? Isn't it? I don't know. I'm looking for first prepper stuff. What does Hartman get? Yeah, see, he's got nothing. I wouldn't go to him at all. There's no point. Same thing with you. There's 2 dudes down there. Wanted to say hi. I don't have any packages, so I got nothing for you, buddy. Okay, so I was gonna get off, but man, there's really no point. We'll just keep going. It's not like we're in a time constraint to go up the mountain. There'll be one on the way down. And yeah, we're already out of time. I just realized it's already been 50 minutes. And all we've done is make one pizza delivery. So yeah, we'll grab this. We'll head back to Peter's. Try to get through the rest of the interviews. I think the the wind farm guy is not 5 stars, so I think we can probably get him pretty easily, so we might try to do that. That might be what we do next. We'll head over there, try to close that one out, and then that might be the end of it. Well, once we pick up the pizza, we'll read some interviews. When we drop off the pizza, we'll read some interviews. We'll try to get through the rest of the interviews before the end. This may be a longer episode. We'll see where we're at. He's like right there, right? I think he's like right up there. I think the best way is to get up there. Should we try to get as high as possible? So it's right there. So yeah, we probably should try to go all the way up there. Oh wait, you're still going? Well, we're here. If we stopped, we're gonna read. Okay, we're gonna go up this time. Okay. Okay. Well, now I gotta read all 5 of these. That kind of sucks. Memo 2. Memo 1. A call to arms. Unknown, unknown. We're not done yet. Hardly even started, and far from finished. They think they got away with it, covered up their tracks, and took us out for good measure. No one knows, and no one ever will. That's what they believe. But we're still here, still remember, and we still have the stomach for it, don't we? I know I do. And I think you do too. So stand with me and fight. We'll destroy that fake future Bridges is building for us and reclaim what's rightfully ours. From mother to daughter. I'm assuming this is the lady that we found talking to Fragile. I'm sorry, 5 years isn't enough time to get your bearings, much less live a life. You were the only one I could save. Could only dig graves for the others, and then for you in the end, dig and grieve and try to make amends. All that's left to me is her, my daughter, my sole remaining glimmer of hope. Our future may be broken, but it's not beyond repair. Futures are fragile things. But my daughter's made of stronger stuff. She has what it takes to pick up the pieces and put them back together again. I hope, I pray. This used to be a Bridges factory. Right up until we stormed the place. Those Bridges fuckers showed their true colors that day. Let me tell you. It was a brutal battle, but once they understood we weren't backing down, they got desperate and demoed the place. So many died, researchers, guards, babies, their own people, and Bridges covered it up, sealed off the whole area, but a few of us survived, hidden beneath the rubble. This region's thick with chiralium. Most everyone's gone gestalt. Same thing will happen to me before long. I'll always love you. We may never see each other again, but I know in my heart you turned out strong. You and your friends, you're going to rebuild America. I have faith. Okay. A long time ago, my husband and I, along with a few friends of ours, established a delivery operation to help people rebuild and reconnect. We were all aboard the Bridges train, American Reconstructionism and all that, and we were happy to cooperate with them. One day we realized we weren't just delivering documents and groceries anymore. We were delivering you, BBs, offering you up to the altar of progress to provide the foundation for Bridges' state-of-the-art communication network. It might well have brought America closer together, but some pieces aren't worth paying. We objected, but Bridges wouldn't hear it. So we took matters into our own hands, did some digging, learned that President Strand wasn't wasn't party to the plan was the VP, acting on their own initiative, most likely betraying Bridget and America both. Once we knew, they came for us, started threatening our families. I had a husband and a newborn, and I couldn't let any harm come to them. I had to disappear, go underground, started going by coffin, and began recruiting like-minded patriots to form an organization to fight back against Bridges. It was my attempt at atonement, I suppose, for the part I'd played in that inconscionable evil. Soon I was training porters day and night, teaching them how to fight and survive. Then one day I heard about this kid, a freelancer with a very unique skill set. Not Doom's exactly, but something similar, a sixth sense for BTs. He wasn't too sure about signing up for the cause, though. His father had been a real piece of work, the kind to talk with his fists. He carried that legacy of violence, and the thought of facing more terrified him. I could tell, but I couldn't let him walk. We talked long into the night, and at the end, I looked him in the eye and said, "A heart can only bleed so much. Got a heart in yours. Some if you're gonna stay unbroken." He joined the next day, a porter that can track BTs. Priceless asset. Too many sacrifices to count. I prayed that one would be the last. The freelancer's name was Peter Englert. His father died when he was young, leaving Peter to fend for himself. There was such a fear in him, but beneath that, a terrible anger at the world and everyone in it. At the time, I believed it was a manifestation of a passion to build something better. I convinced myself, or tried to. I told Peter that what Bridges was doing and asked him to help me put an end to it. The plan was simple. I'd hit the BB production facility with my group, and he'd take his people west to establish a base of operations for our resistance, maintain cover as a porter, but keep his eyes peeled for potential recruits. I haven't heard anything from my husband in a while, and I'm beginning to fear the worst. Did Bridges get to him? What about my daughter? Is she safe? I wish I had more time. I haven't told anyone yet, but I'm not well. Too many miles on this body. I can feel it breaking down. So little time to stop Bridges, to make it right. The cause will outlive me. It must. I made Peter promise to keep the flame burning, even after my husband and I were gone. I made him promise to look after our daughter, too. She's strong in her own way, but still fragile for this world. I fear. I pray she doesn't break. I pray a brighter future awaits her, and Peter, too, that poor boy. Well, you kind of did her dirty. No, we don't have time. I just wasted, not that long, 8 minutes. Reading that isn't that bad. Could have been worse. Yeah, we'll get up to that curve and jump off and then just run up the mountain. And then on the way back, it's gonna be the same thing, just coming down on this road. Guy needs a boost. Needs a boost to level 3, that's for sure. No, I was gonna see if there was anything in that or not on like top of it, on top of the weather station. I like how when the camera's close to the caution, you can hear it like, it sounds like it's also like, you know, going through something. Oh my god. Okay. So yeah, 2 wheels is the problem. Okay, well, we know where we're going. Because yeah, we almost died there. Yeah, when you're driving by the caution signs, if the camera's near them, it sounds like you're like going super fast by something, which obviously you are in a way, right? But it's not necessarily there. Oh, come on. Always with that rock. Always with the same freaking rock. I barely hit something and then it steers us off course. Come on, I'm literally trying to back up here. Like, there's nothing even there. There's nothing there, but it always hits something. Never anything there, but it always hits. Like right there, there's nothing there. You can clearly see it. There's nothing there. Makes no sense to me. Do it. Do it. Okay. Chill.
Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure.
If this says on foot, get out of here. You're gonna be insane if you say to do this on foot. Let's grab these up.
Deploy.
Okay. Cool. Just pizza. What's on it? Oh, topped with crypto bites. 60 minutes. I like how we had a tiny sliver for that whole reason. I'm just like, don't worry about it. You'll be back for one more.
Order assigned. Delivery parameters updated. Time limit set.
Yeah, time limit set. Yeah.
Watch yourself out there.
Oh, hey buddy, you too. Good luck with the wolf. Is that it? The letter from a porter number 1. My love, as I write these words, I hope and pray that you will one day have the opportunity to read them. I can already imagine what you'll say, a handwritten letter in this day and age. But don't laugh, it's not just affection. Analog's harder to intercept. I've asked some friends of ours to deliver this letter, and I know they'll make sure it gets to you. Wherever you may be, our little girl's doing well. Sometimes I see you in her eyes, but I try not to let it show when I do. There's no denying she's your daughter, though. She's bright as a button and tough as nails. I told her once how much she was like her mother, to which she smiled and said, I'm like you too, Daddy. I treat people real nice. Anyway, we've set up a new delivery base west of Zero Ground. Word is Bridges is planning to head to the far coast and are looking to recruit people with dooms to join the caravan. I can't be part of a plan like that. No, I'm sticking to my own, and I'm going to keep working to rebuild the real America. Land of hope and the free, one delivery at a time, and I'm going to do it with our little girl. Be careful out there. Don't let Bridges destroy our future. P.S. I've still got the Misangan you gave me. When the time is right, I'll pass it on, I promise. I heard the Bridges facility near Capital Knot got blown up. The terrorists, that's what they're calling you, were all killed, apparently. I guess that means you won't be reading this letter. Yet here I am, writing it all the same. You did it, love. You put a stop to the BB program. You may have even helped President Strand find renewed purpose. She's reasserting her authority, claiming she's wanted to help us rebuild America. And you know what? I believe her. She's nothing like the VP. She's reworking the expedition, proposing a chiral network that could be established without the human cost, but she says she can't do it without us. She needs our connections and our expertise. It sounds like the new plan is for her son, Sam, to lead the expedition. If we're lucky, he's a straight shooter who will help us rebuild America the right way. Help us to honor the sacrifice you've made. P.S. Our daughter's grown up to be a fine young woman. Not that there was ever any doubt. Still, I hope knowing that puts your mind at ease. Okay, so we got 6, 7, 8. Says 15. Oh, because we have the memory chips too. Got it. Memory chips we might just have to forego.
Weapons restriction.
Just trying to back up. Really? Apparently trying to go a new way is not worth it. Why can't I turn? Just trying to somehow get down. Yeah, maybe this wasn't the best idea to go this way. We know which way works, but you know, sometimes you gotta try something new every once in a while, right? Probably not. But either way, it's fine as long as we don't... Here we go, we'll go this way. As long as we don't break the pizza. Hey, this one's ours too. That one isn't. What's that? Is that a bike? Ooh, what is that? Can't stop. What is that? Wait. 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 Jesus Christ. I was trying to see what that was. What was that? Oh, it's a cargo. Somebody shot it out of the cargo thing, right? Okay. I think we're good. Thankfully, the pizza didn't break. I can't believe it just kept going. I thought it would stop with us, but nope. It was like, I'm going. Bye. It's the loudest this song's ever been. Holy crap. We're gonna hope that they don't see us. They're going to be far too busy to try to pick us up, right? Right? I just got to get to a generator. Oh my god, there's a guy right there. Holy Moses. Yeah, see, this is the problem. Oh, here's a bridge. Any of these level 3s? Yeah, I know we need juice, buddy. This one isn't a level 3, though. Here, we'll help out. I'll fix it up, hopefully. Structure menu. Look at that, brand new. Yeah, it's good enough. Is that ours? Oh, it looks like it. Oh, that's real. That's real Hyrillium coating. If you put that coating on it, does it keep it longer? Like, does it keep it from falling apart longer? Jesus Christ, man, come on. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, God, turn! Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, at this point, we're just gonna have to go to the shelter and jump to Port Knot City to take a delivery to the wind farm. And we got, I think, 3 more batches of interviews to read, so we'll try to do all, like, you know, we'll drop this off, read it, head to Port Knot, read it, drop off the wind farm, finish out. That's the plan, at least for me.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear.
I don't know if I ever did this one.
All weapons will be locked until departure.
The final pizza. Here's your final pizza.
Displaying performance evaluation.
Assault Rifle Higgs Edition. Ooh, Patch Higgs.
Cargo addressed to Porter awaiting collection.
Give me my 5 stones. Is it literally 3 full rows? Is that what we're at? Let's see. Well, yeah, I think it is. I think it's going to be 3 full rows because I think we're missing 3 stars, and that would
Thank
be
you for your continued
3 full
support.
rows. Huh.
Good work.
Good work. Thanks, man. All right. We don't have to go to the lake, right? We can do it from any safe
Weapons restrictions
house.
lifted.
But before we do that, Porter note 1 to my beloved daughter. I hope you'll get the chance to read this one day. Picturing you doing just as I write. Picturing you doing just that as I write helps me get my thoughts in order. I wanted to tell you about your mother. We used to work together way back before you were born. That's how we met, on the road, making deliveries to try and get America back on her feet. But she was from a military family, raised by parents who taught her to take care of others, come what may, who gave her the tools to do the right job, right and proper. And sure enough, she was tough as they come and brilliant to boot. Knew all there was to know about guns, medicine, you name it. But more than that, what drew me to her was compassion, a burning desire to help those in need. Your mother, she believed this country was once a beacon of hope and freedom, and that it was her responsibility to help bring folks back together. Hearing her talk like that, I couldn't help but fall hard. I would have done anything to make her dream a reality. Before I knew it, she'd become my beacon, a promise of what could be, and you're that promise fulfilled, proof of what's possible. Child of my American dream. Not too long ago, you were born. Our crew was working with bridges, carting stuff all over to try and help folks get America up and running again. We lost more than a few to BTs, but we stayed the course, never gave up hope. We'd bought into Bridges' whole song and dance about reconstruction. See, nothing but bullshit and lies in the service to a false vision. And the cargo they had us carrying it without our knowledge. They built this facility, said it would help America reconnect with its future or some such. But you know what they actually did there? Sacrificed unborn children. And we were the ones who brought them their little lambs. When we got wise and tried to refuse, they threatened us. Don't you care what happens to your baby girl? Yeah. They thought they had us dead to rights, but your mom's not the type to take that kind of thing laying down. I told you that she left us, abandoned us. Truth is, that's what she told me. But she lied to keep us safe. She went underground to put together a new crew to protect you and realize her hopes for an America. Traveled all over the country, recruiting and training porters so they could hold their own against bridges. When the time came, can't do a thing like that without attracting attention, so she took another name, Coffin. Bit dark and scary, you might think. But remember what a coffin's for, preserving that which was most important to us, the precious, the fleeting, the fragile. Technically, I don't think that's what coffins are for. Coffins are for rotting. I'm just kidding.
Your work is...
I'm not a fan of coffins. Nor I don't think anyone would technically be a fan of coffins. But I think you get where I'm going with that statement. Alright, fragile. Take me. You think it's over here? I don't even know if we've been over there. We're going to port.
Been a while, Sam.
It has been a while.
It's good to see you.
You as well.
Remember how to do this?
Yep.
You need to close your eyes and picture your destination.
Port. Thanks, Fragile. You and your compass. She technically does use it as an umbrella. She does, too, right? We've seen her use it to protect herself from rain. It may not be an umbrella, but she uses it as an umbrella as well. So don't get me with, no, she doesn't. It's not an umbrella, but she does use it. Okay, let's get out of here. Wait, now we can customize her backpack. I know I don't need to, but come on. We gotta put the new backpack on with the cover. A little homage to Higgs. Oh, and the color, right? Okay. Now we're out.
Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID.
What do we got for the wind farm? That's it? What's he at? I don't know if that's gonna be enough, man. We're gonna have to go to the distro center as well, I'm pretty sure. Alright, what do we need? I don't know if we need anything, to be honest, but we're gonna see. Well, nah, I should have built our own. It's fine, we'll take this one. Well, no, we're gonna take the cargo carrier, because I don't think, yeah. Yeah, because I don't think, that's cool. Yeah. I want to be able to see what we're dealing with. Yeah, sandy tan. Okay. I think we need it to be able to, we need the this because then we won't be able to see BTs if we're in the vehicle or if we're in the truck. Okay. Okay, we got a couple more interviews. 3 more real quick. Captain Clifford Unger, former U.S. Special Forces, honorably discharged, was shot dead at the government facility under executive supervision. Should be noted that prior to this altercation, he had been cooperated fully with our researchers and contributed to our ongoing BB experiments. On the day of the incident, Captain Unger took an experimental BB hostage and barricaded himself inside one of the facility rooms. After assessing the situation, the president ordered that a non-violent resolution be pursued, ensuring no harm came to either the captain or the BB. However, this order was directly contravened by President's advisor John Blake McClane, who shot and killed Clifford Unger. Following the incident, McClane refused to surrender himself into custody and fled, and was accordingly designated a most wanted fugitive. Efforts to locate and detain McClane were unsuccessful. However, the search was later called off when an unrelated investigation into a suicide found that the deceased possessed the same social security number as McClane. The body was cremated before physical identification could be performed. John Blake McClane was placed under Captain Unger's command upon being accepted into the U.S. Special Forces. McClane performed exceptionally in training and subsequent deployments, earning commendations and a reputation as a born survivor who could be thrust into the worst situations imaginable and emerge unscathed. Around the time Captain Unger was discharged, McClane was chosen to serve as special advisor to President Bridget Strand. Though his primary duty was to ensure her personal safety, he became intimately involved with the Bridges 1 initiative as established by President Strand. Several days prior to the hostage incident, it is suspected that McClane collaborated with Captain Unger to abduct a BB. It has since been confirmed that McClane actively compromised security protocols in a manner which directly aided Captain Unger in his attempt. Therefore, it seems likely that McClane resolved to kill Captain Unger upon concluding that their plot had failed. Though their motives remain unclear, it's speculative that Captain Unger was in possession of compromising information regarding the former subordinate, which he leveraged to secure McClane's assistance in abducting a BB. When this attempt failed, McClane killed Captain Unger in a moment of desperation to prevent him from revealing what he knew. Later, when McClane grasped the gravity of his situation, he chose to take his own life rather than face the consequences of his actions. None of this is accurate. By the way, we saw all of this. Due to the circumstances surrounding the murder of Captain Unger and the subsequent suicide of John Blake McClane, you know John McClane, right? John McCain. It's McCain, right? Not McClane. Is it McClane? No, McCain, right? McCain? Die Hard? John McClane? No, it's McClane. It's John McClane, right? Yeah. President Strand assumed direct control of Bridges to ensure that the BB experiments continued. As the organization's purview was expanded, their restrictions were reduced. They became President Strand's primary security apparatus, an elite organization under her direct command, wholly devoted to her mission of America Reconstructionism. A new director was subsequently appointed to lead Bridges. An individual name only is Die Hardman, which seems interesting that John McClane's name was also Die Hardman. John McClane. I like how it's kind of tied like that. I'm assuming no one's, what do you call it? Tag marked? What is it called? When you market something, like when you tag it as yours, right? Is it called tag mark? No, I don't remember what it's called. Then they tag it with the R or whatever. Trademark, stamp it. No one trademarked John McClane, which is why Kojima could use it. But I don't know if John's middle name was Blake. Where the hell am I going? Here we go. Is it raining? Yeah, of course it's raining. It's not the big BBs like we're used to either. It's not the big ones that were here earlier. It's the normal ones. Where are you, huh? See how this rocket launcher works. Get the hell out of my face. Where else? I don't even know if I'm hitting anything. Too bad we can't drive and shoot. The real question is... No, I can't. I want to bypass them without actually having to go in, without getting off, but I don't think that's possible. Get out of here. Man, you better get out of here. Kinda expected that. What? Someone else after us? Later. You can try me, but you ain't gonna get me. Try all you might, but that's the best thing about the vehicle, the bike, is you can bypass all. Oh, BB is a little stressed out though. Sorry, BB. Alright, we gotta go to the distro center just so we can see if there's anything else. For the wind farm. Because, yeah, it's gonna be a pain if we don't have anything else for him. Also, I kind of want to, like... Oh, God. Can we jump it? Oh, God, okay. I was a little nervous. I didn't think we were gonna make it. Probably didn't need to make that noise. See, like here, there's no one besides John. Oh, there's a bike in the way. Is that my bike? Oh, that's my bike. Oh, I'm in the way. Can't believe I never put the bike away. Anyways, please tell me you have something for the wind farm. Well, the problem is it's urgent. Oh, and I forgot about that. I didn't make the other one. Okay. Let's see. The problem is there's probably going to be BTs. And yeah.
Order assigned.
Now we have to do it.
Time limit set.
We're not doing that. I literally thought about it. I was like, yeah, let's hit it. We did that once. Never doing that again. Immediately failed. I'm assuming it's gonna be raining, which kind of sucks. I wish it wasn't, but it probably will be raining. Hopefully it's not. I like the backpack cover. I don't know if I ever had that. Maybe I did, I just don't remember it. Yep, it's raining. You know what that means. BTs, and from what I understand, there is a lot of them in here. It has never been easy to get through here with the BTs around, so let's see. Yep. It's not necessarily not easy, but it's never been quick. Out of here. Get out of here. You still not gone? Get out of here. Well, I'm out of grenades. Okay. See, this is what I don't have time for. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's so many. I know, I don't got time for all these BTs. Yeah. Now you got nothing on me. We're here. What are you gonna do? Come at me? Too far. Hey, buddy. Let's hope this is enough.
All weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Let's hope. Let's clear this out.
Hey, thanks for coming. Glad you didn't keep us waiting long.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Oh, come on. There it is. Go screen. Got it. Just 2 more of the impossible orders.
I know you folks travel light, but if you want this, it's yours.
I won't say no. That's for sure. Thanks, buddy.
You'll be in our prayers.
Good work.
Well, that's that. I guess I can do some bod deliveries, I guess. Good luck. Alright. Let's wrap up these interviews. The report from the Void Out in Manhattan, 1, 2, and 3. Here we go. Who the hell? Those were the doctor's final order at the time. No one knew to whom he was referring to, and to be fair, there were more pressing issues at hand. The doctor in question was a surgeon specializing in, I think, cesarean sections, which is C-sections. The procedure he was undertaking at the time, however, was slightly unusual in that he was operating on a mother who had been declared dead. This is Lucy. Jesus Christ. It's been declared brain dead 6 months into her pregnancy. She had been placed on life support, but since her blood pressure was decreasing and the fetus was showing signs of bradycardia, the decision was made to operate. Because of the procedure was broadcast to medical researchers on a closed circuit network, we are fortunate to have a record of what took place. Per the footage, the incision was made without incident. The plan was apparently to remove the fetus from the womb and immediately place it in a NICU, N-I-C-U, where it would receive the necessary care. Prior to this, the surgeon would, of course, have to cut the umbilical cord. This is the moment that changed everything. The moment the surgeon's hand touched the cord, in that instance, he uttered his famous last words, "Who the hell?" Following a number of tests and experiments, the conclusion was reached that this incident was an annihilation event, brought about by the doctor's contact with whatever or whomever he had seen upon touching the umbilical cord. Though it eventually became apparent that the doctor had been referring to BTs at the time, no one could explain the underlying cause of the incident. Some later theorized that if the same conditions, brain dead mother fetus, umbilical cord, could be recreated, then BTs would be detected and the mystery of the Death Stranding would be solved. Indeed, this was the theoretical basis upon which the government's own experiments and investigations would be conducted. They called the fetus they used bridge babies, and the experiments became known as BB experiments. Soon after the government's program got underway, the tragedy of Manhattan occurred. The BB experiments were conducted at a Manhattan-based government facility in such extreme secrecy that little is known about them to this day. One thing that we do know for certain, however, is that the experiments ended in tragic failure and were directly responsible for the total annihilation of the island of Manhattan, as well as the death of the president who had been observing operations firsthand. He was succeeded by then Vice President Bridget Strand, who shortly after her inauguration put an end to all further BB experiments and had all data destroyed. With her strong and steadfast leadership in the wake of the Void Out, she made great strides in quelling the chaos and unrest that had spread throughout the nation. She vowed to rebuild America and devote herself wholeheartedly to this end. In response, separatists who opposed Reconstruction emerged and steadily grew more aggressive in their activities. One faction even managed to acquire documents relating to the BB experiments, and some speculate that this data was used to restart them in secret. At that time, however, no BB units are known to have successfully created, and BBs in general remain a taboo subject in government circles. Not anymore. We use them all the time. Let's see. Stand By Me. We're not going to read it, but Stand By Me is a film. Dandelion seeds. Oh my god, could you imagine transporting that? Fused silica. Kawasaki Ninja H2R. That thing's badass. Once in a long, long while. Okay. So yeah, so we have... Maybe we don't have any documents. Do we have all the documents we have? Oh, I missed this. Fright Night. And then... Mongo? Matongo. Huh. Yeah, maybe we don't have documents we're missing. I thought we might have been missing documents. So, like, where's Lucy's interviews 1 through 4? Just report 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like, I gotta figure out if there's more. Maybe there is more with each interview. I don't know, with each memory chip. I'm not sure, though. So we're missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 memory chips. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. Okay, well, we didn't get 5 stars with everything, and we didn't get all the documents and everything, but we got all through the interviews that we have, and we got as many stars as we possibly could. So I think that'll be the end for at least the episodes of Death Stranding 1. Obviously, there won't be long of a break because I'm planning to do a live stream of Death Stranding 2 on Tuesday. It should be around 5 o'clock, 5:30 probably when I do a live stream. Trying to think. Yeah, probably around 5:30. I'll be able to live stream at 5:30. I was gonna say 6, but that's a little late. So hopefully, well, 5:30. It's not really that, but I don't get off work until 5, so really it has to be after 5. So hopefully around 5:30. That's my plan. And then hopefully we'll be able to record for at least 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours, maybe 3 hours, hopefully 3.5. But yeah, that'll be the plan. So keep an eye out for Death Stranding 2 on the 24th. And I really appreciate everything from all of you and the love for the support for the series. And yeah, I'm super stoked for Death Stranding 2, and I can't wait to see what happens in there. So that's it. Keep an eye out, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.